Here's my Savage Mk2 F with the scope attached and some see-through scope rings. I finally got a scope mounted on here and I'm ready to take it out to 25 and 50 yards again, and I'm sure I'll produce better groups than what I did with iron sights in the previous video. With that said, I'll be still using the same ammunition, the CCI standard velocity 40 grain. And prior to mounting the scope, I took some shots through the chronograph to see what the velocities are with this ammunition, and it is spot on, like literally around 1,070 feet per second, with a really good standard deviation and average across the board. It's crazy. And I have not cleaned this rifle since I got it. I didn't polish the bore, I haven't done anything. So hopefully I get some really good results with the crazy wind that we're having today, up to 50-mile-an-hour gust. And as you can see here, I added a bipod, not to use, but for more weight and stabilization on my bench. And with that said, you can see the see-through scope rings. Only certain brands make scope bases for this. You can either get the 2-piece bases or the 1-piece. And if you get the 1-piece, make sure you have the correct model of the Savage Mk2. There is 2 versions. Mine is the new one. I don't know when Savage changed over their receivers, but they did in like the mid-2000s, where the parts are interchangeable, or the scope mounts are interchangeable with the 93 series Savage rifles. So again, make sure you get the right scope bases. But believe it or not, I had these on hand, and you're not going to believe what rifle these came off of originally. I ordered these scope mounts years ago for my Marlin XT22, and the hole spacing and everything is spot on. Same screws, same everything. So now, let me get set up here at 25 yards and take some shots, and then move it out to 50 and see how well this thing shoots. Here we go, 25 yards. Up to 50 now. I just moved my target to 50 yards. Now I'm going to adjust my sights. Okay. See how well we do here. yards. Alright guys, here's my target, and you can see at 25 yards, they didn't do so hot, but at 50, after I adjusted my scope, the last 4, and I had a flyer right here to start off after I adjusted the scope. And as you can see, those last 4 could be easily covered by a dime with the CCI standard velocity. So if you're interested in how I figured this out, to which ammo I used from the get-go and how well it shoots in this gun, I may be making another 22 video about accuracy and precision in the near future. But with the weather the way it is right now and gusts up to 50 miles an hour today, I picked the best day to shoot. But anyway, the gun is really picky. For some odd reason, it doesn't seem to like my bags very well. But again, once I get my scope even more moved over, I should be able to produce a nice tight group. So I appreciate you watching as always, and I hope you got something from this video. I'll see you on the next one.